Hi everybody, Mature Simmer here. So, this job is the only job that is remotely going anywhere that would be useful. I mean, I could go back up to Madrid up north. Everything else is also going to Seville or Cordoba. So, again, I may be going little town to little town and boxing myself into a corner I'd rather not. But, pretty long haul, 296 kilometers, but given that we had to drive 178 kilometers to pick up the last job, maybe about the same in what we had. So let me jump in and let's go grab this. Alright. So we had just dropped these duels off. Again, as I sometimes do, I'm running multiple episodes together, so when you do that, you don't start out like I did this last episode where there's nothing behind you, because the game kind of maintains that persistence. But one thing we had talked about is going to take a look at this viewpoint, because I think it's going to be the only time we're here. I know that, but I'm thinking it's going to be pretty nice, but might be better during the day. But again, these refineries are usually always lit up, so it might be pretty cool. So let's see. The refinery of Puerto Llano. So it is exactly what I thought. The Grand Tour, it's the achievement 2 of 15 showed up there, so I don't know if that's just, I assume not in Spain, that they have 15 viewpoints, so that may be all of Europe. I don't know. I don't know how many places you gotta go, because it used to be that, you know, there were maybe 2 or 3 viewpoints in a state in American Truck Simulator, and I thought it was similar in the countries, but it's possible with ProMods they've got more. I was expecting more aerial shots. I mean, this is okay, but watching the man and his German Shepherd sitting there, and then the railway station, like, okay, yes, it's the refinery, but you're not really showing me the massiveness and the grandeur of the refinery. So I don't understand. Well, that's a little better. Yeah, definitely an interesting view. If I remember, this might be the thumbnail, because that's a unique view for sure. But and there we are. Okay, we know where we're at, outside the substation. But anyway, we need to go to Endosa. And yes, I'm making a very sharp turn here.
Turn right.
So I should be able to get there, I would think, but we'll see.
Get ready to turn right.
Because I don't think this is that large of a location, city-wise.
Get ready to turn left.
Alright, and yes, I am going quickly because I think I only had like 3 hours. Now again, if I'm in the city, it should not move that fast, so I should be okay. So I am doing these kind of quickly. I'm going to have to jump in and do American Truck Simulator too, so I may be truck simmed out, but I was being, you know, kind of the open book. I said in the last episode that, yes, there's this urgency or this requirement to do something. Definitely takes the fun out of it to some degree, where it's like it feels a little more like a chore, like a job, like a task. I'll do my best not to not to be like, oh, it's so sad, but just in case some of that creeps into my voice, I guess I'm being upfront and honest. But yeah, I'm doing it, but I feel like someone's got a gun to my head and go do it. And I know people will be like, well, it's your channel, then just say, hey, you're not doing videos for 3 weeks or something. But I feel like, you know, people who enjoy these, these are long-running series. They're kind of the base of how the channel started was trucking simulation, and so I'm guessing that some of the longest subscribers I have are probably truck sim enthusiasts, and so I just really don't want to let folks down with what has really been kind of an ongoing, you know, every 4 days you can expect I'm hauling something, and so I try to do that.
Get ready to turn right.
Pretty much without fail. Obviously I can't guarantee that, you know, I can get ill. You know, I've had these, I guess, semi-morbid thoughts where I'm like making all these comments, oh yeah, I'll be gone for a week, and then, I don't know, something horrendous happens, and suddenly I can't do it for months, or even worse, I don't know. I'm no longer here on this earth, and I never come back, and you guys are like, you said you'd be back in a week.
Turn left.
So that's how I think about things. So I mean, I feel I owe my audience
We are hit.
consistency, because I think the randomness of some channels and stuff is what folks don't enjoy. I think when they find something they do like. So yeah, wow. 2 hours. I thought it was 21 minutes. I'm like, we barely made it. Alright. So the one thing I'm definitely starting to realize a little bit, and this is very similar to the Endosa pickup I had in the last place, in wherever it was, Badajoz, I think. But yeah, it's the exact same yard. So, but they have a lot of these drop trailers. They're shipping giant Siemens transformers like up front there. Alright, so again, 296 is what we had. I don't have my trucky thing up this time. It's behind my recordings software, and I don't want to play with the I don't want to create a bigger problem, so I'm just going to have to remember along with you. I have zeroed out my trip meter, so that should work. But yeah, the solar panels and stuff reminded me.
Turn left.
So yeah, I'm thinking just to not oversaturate myself, and again feel more likely to kind of go down a negative rabbit hole. I don't think I'm going to do the American Truck Simulator right after this. I might even wait on to another day. I've still got 2 or 3 days where I should be relatively clear of moving stress. We're heading into Memorial Day weekend, and basically in my brain, because things really don't start in earnest until Wednesday, so a couple days after Memorial Day, in my head I've kind of given myself this holiday weekend is still normal for my simming life, other than just preparing. And so, you know, I still have a few days where that fall in that time, and then I could, man, he is not, I am on the gas, I promise. What exactly is going on, and why is it not moving? Am I stuck on something? Am I just on a hill? I don't get what is happening. Yeah, okay, I'm putting on the differential. I guess we'll back up. But yeah, it's like, I don't know if the trailer is bottoming out, but it is just refusing to move. Alright, well, thank goodness. I mean, I have a bit of a weaker truck because I couldn't put a really wonderful engine in here, but it didn't even give me any kind of warning, so I think I'm okay. But anyway, alright, so I've got cruise on. So sun's coming up, and yeah, I mean the view was just fine in the
Go
the
straight
viewpoint. So there wasn't any giant aerial shots, which is what I thought we'd be getting, and I'm like, well, sometimes in the dark. Okay, I did deactivate, so at least I think I did. I don't think I have to stop to deactivate it. Because, yeah, I'd put the differential on, which sometimes gives you a little bit more pulling power, and it wouldn't move with that either. So, alright.
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
Second exit, okay.
Exit now.
And I think to some degree we are going, you know, we will be going somewhere we haven't gone. Obviously, we're coming right back toward the BASF refinery that we had just left. But now it's saying go straight on, so I'm sure we're just going past these and then, you know, leaving town.
Keep right, and then exit right.
And that'll be the actual place that lets me exit here.
Exit right.
So there we go, toward Cordoba. So, you know, we will be passing that. And we've been to Cordoba, I'm pretty positive. I was thinking we hadn't been to Portollano. I'm like, oh, we're going to go to a new place, and it's a little shorter, and it didn't work out that way. I had already been, you know, I'd been through here. I don't know that I had delivered here or hauled from here, but either way, so. Yeah, but this cable is big, so it's going to take a little bit. But yeah, so I'm going to spread out some of that. And, you know, I really, if I think about it, basically, I'm trying to cover the 26th, the 30th, and probably the one after that, which I think is June 3rd.
At the roundabout, take the third exit.
But to be sure, I probably want to, whoa, take the third exit.
Exit now.
Ooh, I swung too wide. I came into that a little too hot. I wasn't paying attention. I was focused on what I was telling you, and suddenly realized I'm in a roundabout. I can't be going 70 kilometers. Oy. Oh well. We only did a little damage, so that's okay. That sign didn't move. Usually they'll break off and they won't be that bad, but... anyway. So, yeah, what I was saying is, therefore, that's why I'm trying to do 2 episodes of each, to give me basically a couple weeks coverage, because each one shows up. But if I do that, then I still have, you know, those 4 days or whatever it is after that to get another episode done and keep things on schedule. So it's possible things won't go according to plan, but I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that they do. Yeah, this is going to be, it looks like, a challenging haul. This is interesting too, in that although we're not at Cordoba yet, I don't think. Like, it's interesting that I've been through here where I thought, again, I'm going to somewhere totally new, and maybe I'm fooling myself again. You know, and it's not necessarily about going somewhere new, but it's you know, I'm trying to get to Greece, because I'm able to do that. I have that purchased, and I'd like to get over there, because we obviously have Nordic Horizons coming at some point, but we're going to be unable to do that for a while again, because until ProMods integrates, I don't... The decision I made a little while back is I don't migrate, because then I can't use the mod. And so the first time they introduced something, I just decided to wait, and then this series basically had nothing going on for, I think it might have even been up to 9 months. So I don't want to do that again. So I know this is an exit on the other side, so I'm being careful of making sure nothing's coming up, but if I can make that turn, that would be good. Still telling me 70, so I can't speed up yet. Now we can. Okay. So now we can go fully to 90. Nice kind of cloudy morning is dawning here. So I do like how that's laying out. But yeah, so that's kind of what's in the back of my mind, and it just feels a little bit job-like. You know, and part of it is probably I did 2 flights for my NASCAR series yesterday. So I just, as this week has been going, it's just been a lot of extra work, in essence, extra play to record and edit and all that. You know, and it doesn't help, honestly, that I happened on Tower Companion when I did, and then suddenly, because it has a 2-week trial, have spent, I don't know, 20 hours in there, and then probably a subsequent amount of time editing and rendering and publishing onto the channel. So, I mean, the good news is there will be a secondary video pretty much almost to the end of June now. Most of it will be Tower Simulator stuff with Tower Companion, but there will be something where for a good period of time there just wasn't anything because I was doing so much PGA golf and flight sim and things that took longer but didn't produce as much content. And so there was a time where it was like it was sporadic
and then exit right
to get anything. So I'm going to assume it's this.
exit right.
Okay, it says it the second time, so we're going to go with it. Now, I don't know what that 292, that might just be the exit number. The 292. But, because I guess they have like 3 up there, like this is just starting and stuff like that. Man, even little hills are just crushing me. So this is a tough load for me. I mean, yeah, we're at 130. We're basically, I guess it was 296. I was thinking it was 396, which it could be. I have the distance unlocked to go that far, but I can go to take jobs up to 400 kilometers, I think. But again, in trying to keep episodes to an hour or less at the longest, it's really hard to go beyond that because I think the next range is like 750 kilometers, so it's almost double that. And then suddenly you're probably at an hour and a half or more. And those get more challenging. And again, it's not that I won't necessarily go back to those at some point. Nobody's indicated they like those. I think people do like, you know, the half-hour-ish target, but, you know, a haul like this, especially as difficult as it is to pull this, I don't think we're going to get done in that time. My flight stick blocks my view to the time on the OBS recording, so I can't look right now and see, but it's feeling like we're approaching that half hour already, and obviously we're still not anywhere near the delivery point. Well, got a little tunnel here, but we are at least on undiscovered roadway, so it's stuff that we haven't seen in this series. But that is the type of thing that I really love about the truck sim world that SCS has built in both areas, along with the modders, because obviously ProMods is a massive, massive part of the world that we're driving through here in Europe, in Euro Truck Simulator. But all of that is like, even if I was, you know, the series ends and I just start a brand new one, and okay, it's a new profile, and so that I can more clearly tell where I haven't driven and so forth. even if we go over the same places, it's going to be so far, so long ago. Nobody's going to remember it. I won't remember it. I mean, even if when I cover the same thing, I mean, there were definitely stretches when I was doing more the coast-to-coast type of thing with the map in American Truck Simulator, where I was doing the long hauls, and you were like always going down that stretch. I think it was of I-80 that goes through Colorado and has that bridge that goes through the valley. Like, there were definitely pieces of roadway where it's like, oh yeah, I've been here. And same thing like between Provo and Salt Lake City, there's that stretch of road that once you were out in that area, almost every run took you through there.
Keep right, and then exit right.
And so that is what became a little bit of a challenge,
Exit
is in American Truck Simulator specifically, you know, there's limited routes, especially if you're looking for something really long and you want to go the longest route you can find. You're always kind of going diagonally from corner to corner in the country, and so you're literally kind of going the same roadways, because in the middle it's still short. The shortest route is kind of a route, and even if there were a lot of other roadways, like when I put the Midwest expansion in and things like that, the GPS isn't going to take you on them because that would just lengthen your route. So, but yeah, you know, I think just recently passed 10% of road discovery here. I don't remember where I'm at in American Truck Simulator, but I'm guessing it's higher than that, and that's just a testament to the ProMods people and how much roadway they've put in here. Because I think if I just had basic SCS maps, I don't know that it would be anywhere near as slow. I might be at 25 or 30% already with what I've done with this series. Who knows? But we are not. So I'm definitely enjoying the ride, that, but I just did want to be upfront with people when I say the open book side, because obviously I don't feel I got down or negative, but if I pushed myself to do now 2 episodes of American Truck Simulator, I think it would be too much. You know, I do like to switch and just do different things. It keeps me a little bit more engaged and interested. I mean, it might be frustrating to folks who really just prefer a series or 2 that I have on the channel, because obviously I'm just one person, and when I'm doing one thing, I'm not doing all the other things that I could have been doing instead. You know, the old opportunity cost thing. Oh, we have another viewpoint, right, I think,
and then exit
on the way to where we're going, so that's pretty cool. Oh.
Exit right.
So, and we're gonna end up having to sleep, but we might have book-ended viewpoints here, which I think is a first for any of my Truck Simulator series. I don't think I've ever had a run where I had a viewpoint at the start and then had a viewpoint at the end, but we do. You can see we're going right through there, so I'm definitely going to go down the road and go to the viewpoint, even if it wants me to go somewhere else. But
exit now.
No, I don't see any rest spot here, which is not good, but again, that's to be figured out next time, and in theory next time will be once I've moved, so we'll be past that. Because yeah, I think this will give us, I know the 26th of May is the episode I had just done, and then I think the 8 days from this will be the one that's on June 3rd-ish, whatever that turns into.
Turn left.
Okay. Alright, so now we're on to dirt roadway with this crazy heavy load. More solar panels. I mean, it is Endosa to Endosa, but So whatever it is, it's clearly a energy. Oh, this is where I want to go. It's an energy generation company. All right, I'm gonna try to go fast enough so in case it like falls off the edge. It looks like they had kind of a little bit of a thing. I'm wondering if this is just going to be the solar panels, because we're kind of right in the middle of them, and that may be what it's showing us. But yeah, so a first for my trucking simulator videos. Another viewpoint, the parabolic power plant of Andalusia. Yeah, I'm thinking these have got to be ProMods things, but don't know. This better have some aerial views, like more than we have here that are 10 feet off the ground. I mean, there should be something else. Because if it's parabolic, like it... Okay, this looks a little bit better. So you can see, like, there's a lot, but... Oh, and it might be the shape of the solar panels. So maybe this is SCS. I don't know. Well, given that it's part of an achievement, that 3 of 15, it probably is SCS, because I don't know that modders can do that. So it's a little bit better view of the vastness of what we have. And then, of course, they always have to show you your truck. I don't understand. But obviously, you know, bringing them a bunch of cable when you've got this much electricity around, the load makes sense. So that's the stuff I do enjoy, too, as well. Like, they don't have you delivering just anything to anywhere. Like... The loads do make sense, so they've done a good job here. I'm still going to continue to make my push for LTL options in the sim, but don't know if that'll ever arrive, but I would have never thought the road trip thing would have ever been done, but I also wasn't thinking about it, so obviously that's one reason I wouldn't have thought it would have ever been done, because it had never made my list of things to be concerned about or looking forward to, but alright, so oh, interesting. So, like, unless you get to this location, you don't even discover the town? That just must be the outlier, and they just gave you a barrier that you broke that does discover it. That's the only thing that makes sense, but...
We are finished.
Yep. And now I need to park while I'm tired. Always the best time to be moving around things. Thank goodness across the way is open. So I'm just going to pull in here and try to make this a little simpler. So we're going to go above like we can normally do, and then we'll try to make this a little easier, because again, we're not limiting ourselves to the cab here. Alright, so at least this is a trailer that will turn. Now, again, that does sometimes mess me up, but... Alright, so now I should be able to cut a little... No, see? That's where it's messing me up, because it's almost crab walking over. Because once you turn, it's like it really starts to turn once you get to a certain point. But, yeah, I try to stay in the cab for, ooh, see. I think it went too far, but we'll see. I don't think it's going to give it to me here. Oh, no, it did. Alright, we'll take it. So, drop the load. Alright, I'm not sure about the you bet I can park it thing, but it's some sort of heavy. So a couple other things that I've made some progress on that I didn't know about, but anyway, we're good. We've got that industrial cable reel delivered. Let's see what our finances look like. Alright, I am pleased that we've gone from negative 9,000 euros to negative 8,000. We're moving in the right direction, so that is helpful. But we've got a big hole to dig ourselves out of. I don't know how long it'll take. Will I be done before the end of the year? Who knows? So stick around, follow this journey, subscribe to the channel, get notifications about when new videos come out, all that fun stuff that will help you stay engaged. Love talking with people. Drop some comments. Always happy to chat and respond to whatever folks are thinking. And I will see you next time.